How to increase the average time on page of your website. The average time on page is one of the most strategic metrics that you should follow for your website. It serves as a thermometer for the public acceptance of your content, so it needs to be followed closely. When your visitors start spending less and less time on your blog, for example, a warning signal should sound. Hence, you need to implement the right efforts to remedy the situation. After all, the lower the contact, the less likely users are to know your content and products or services. A website is an essential tool for companies that want to increase their visibility. It is also essential to bring your brand to more and more people and to those who produce content and want to increase their reach. Therefore, all elements of the website must work toward the objective of maintaining the visitor's attention. Here are the best ways to increase your average time on page. Give better reading experience for your visitors. It may be that people are spending less time on your page because they don't read your content. What is one way to ensure that your pages are more inviting? Enhance their reading experience. This means using an appropriate font and size, colors that are pleasing to the eye, spacing, and bold that help punctuate the text, among other actions. Huge blocks of words are unattractive and practically force the audience to leave. Post videos. Every day people spend hours on YouTube, so why not bring this logic to increase the average time on page of your website? Record and post videos on your website so that visitors engage with this type of content and don't leave. Videos are very essential and can serve both as a complement to a blog post and as an integral part of an institutional page. Take into account your goals or your company's and the profile of the target audience to make the best decision. Make the design more user-friendly. People reject uninviting layouts and soon leave pages with it. This seriously impacts the average time on page, so make sure that your website's interface isn't working against you. This goes beyond simply having a beautiful design. Take into account the user experience, the ease of accessing certain sections, cut out intrusive advertising pop-ups and other features that could make the visiting experience not ideal. Offer other formats such as audio. Your audience will not always have time to read all of your articles, and this can be decisive for reducing the average time on the page. To hook the visitor to your website, simply offer the content in another format. One underrated possibility is the audio post. You can make available a narrated version of your text so that the user can listen to the entire article instead of reading it. This format thrives mainly because most people don't have the time to read everything that they would like to on the internet. We even ran an experiment with audio posts and discovered that it can increase the average time on page of a blog post by 43%. This was such an incredible finding that we made a case study over it. Other formats can also be explored, of course, such as infographics and interviews. Implement these tips to guarantee an always growing average time on page for your website, bringing the public closer to your brand and your services. It doesn't do any good to have content that keeps the public away, so count on the average time on page as a metric that points out just that. Keep an eye on the numbers when adopting these strategies and stay on the road to success.